Keep it or change cars. We are the face and voice of motoring podcasts in South Africa.
In studio with me, Felipe Yagi, the head of marketing and communications for Volvo. We are going to chat about everything that is positive about this incredible, much loved standout brand. Felipe, welcome.
Thank you very much for inviting me, Michael.
You're so welcome. I think everybody will see immediately Felipe is not South African, and that is such a positive. You come from the beautiful country of Brazil.
Yes, I'm Brazilian. I'm Brazilian living here, living in between both countries in the last year or so getting used to the country, but I love it here.
I'm sure I'm not alone when I say we all share a love for Brazil. If you watch soccer, if England are playing Germany, you have your affiliation. But if Brazil is playing, every neutral just loves Brazil. I can see the warm smile. What is it about Brazilian people that are so loved internationally?
I don't know. I think it's the way of living in Brazil. I think we have, as South Africa is a sunny country, nice people, nice culture. So when it comes and visits Brazil, they say you have the happiest people. I think it's just something natural in our population that I can see also very similar to the South Africans as well.
Well, that is a lovely compliment to be compared with the incredible country that is Brazil. I don't think people realize just how big Brazil is. 210 million people,
yes.
The fifth largest country in the world,
Yeah.
incredible coastlines. But I had the pleasure of visiting Rio de Janeiro in 2003. Would I be correct in saying, in your opinion, is Rio the most beautiful city in the world?
I think so. It's very beautiful. Very, very, very beautiful. It's very special. I mean, the topography, the mountains, also having the beach. I mean, it's a very beautiful city.
Now, English people call it sugarloaf. How do we refer to pão de açúcar?
Pão de açúcar, yes.
Amazing. So when we go to Cape Town, we go up the cable car, the incredible cable car. You've got your own beautiful cable car there.
Which, the first time that I went to Cape Town, the first thing that I noticed is this is very similar to
Really?
Rio. Yeah, the cable car to go to the Table Mountains, the same thing with the sugarloaf, right? So it was very, very similar.
Now, if you talk about beautiful cities in the world, Cape Town, Rio de Janeiro, Sydney, Australia, Vancouver, San Francisco, they've all got something. But getting back to the people of Brazil, the country is incredibly developed, but like South Africa, it's also got a lot of poverty. Is that also very similar what you see?
Yeah, I like to say that every time that people ask me, it's very similar South Africa and Brazil, the good things and the bad things, unfortunately. So yeah, we have also these big socio-economic differences in the country. Let's say a big wealth concentration in the hands of few people, which of course is not good as a society, but is something similar that we see here in South Africa as well.
Nice. So I want to talk about Volvo, and we're going to do it in two categories, internationally and South Africa. And I'd love to start internationally, because Volvo is a major international player. And I don't think people realize just how well Volvo is doing internationally.
Yeah, I mean, 2024 was a record year for us. Was the second consecutive record year, if I'm not wrong, in terms of sales. We sold around 760,000 cars globally.
That is huge.
Which is a very good number for a premium brand as Volvo.
Now, a lot of people are not aware, when we think of Volvo, there's two divisions to Volvo, am I correct? The Volvo trucks and Volvo cars. We are going to talk specifically about Volvo cars. So when you talk about record sales, it's car related.
It's car related, exactly. Yeah.
Now, you've come to South Africa roughly November, October last year?
I started, actually, the first time that I came was in the beginning of the year, but I started to come more frequently after May, June. Yeah, every month I was here at least.
Now, if we look at Volvo in South Africa, they started selling cars roughly 1973. So the brand, well established, over 50 years. Everywhere in the world, a brand is relatable to something. When I say to you Volvo, what do you think of when you think of the incredible brand you work for?
Yeah, I mean, safety and purpose. For me, it's the two words that always comes to my mind when it comes to Volvo. Well, I work for marketing, so it's nice to talk about the brand, right? It's nice to work with a brand like Volvo. I like to say that every industry, every segment has one of those brands that are very unique in a way. And I think in the auto industry, Volvo is one of those brands. Right. If you look at our history, Volvo was created in 1927, so almost 100 years.
1927.
Yeah, so almost 100 years we are now, and the principle that Volvo was created is safety. Our founders, Asa Gabrielson, Gustav Larsson, they have a very famous statement that they say, cars are driven by people.
Correct.
Therefore, the guiding principle that what Volvo does and always will do is safety. So this is, I mean, it's very strong to have a company with almost 100 years old having the same purpose inherited in the company. And you can see that in our products. I mean, safety is very strong in the heart of Volvo.
Now, what is interesting for me, if you take BMW, you take Mercedes, there's no question these cars are safe, but people associate those brands with performance.
Yeah.
Getting back to the safety, something that has always stuck by me. I've been in the motor trade since the early 1990s, 1991. I remember reading 1959. Volvo was the first manufacturer that designed 3-point seatbelts.
Yes.
Now, if you think of seatbelts in the 50s, either non-existent or like an aeroplane.
Yes.
But what was standout, I'm not trying to put you on the spot, what was standout about Volvo designing the 3-point seatbelt? What did they do with it?
Yeah, so the seatbelt was designed by our Swedish engineer called Niels Bolin.
Correct.
Yeah, so he invented the seatbelt. That was, if I'm not wrong, the first car to have it was the Volvo E54.
Correct.
Yeah, and what happened at the time is that Volvo find out that technology was so important to save lives. Shared it. So waived its patent rights for everyone in the auto industry to be able to use, which is very interesting in this conversation, though, is when the seatbelt was released, there was actually a very negative reaction from the press and from the customers at that time. People didn't want it to get be restrained in the seat. But at the time, Volvo knew about the importance of that specific feature for safety. And they said, no, we are going to put in our cars. People are going to realize that this is the most... this is the safest way to actually be in a car seat. And it's actually one of the best technology in terms of safety ever. I think the last numbers that I saw, over 1 million lives were actually saved by the seatbelt.
Now, I need to harp on that point, what you spoke about trademarking it. Just think about this. The year is 1959. You're trying to get, I don't want to say an unfair advantage, but you want to get an advantage over your competition. Volvo is known as safety. Let us be the only brand that is known as safety. No, the mindset was safety for all. So what do? We share this technology, because remember, this technology wasn't easily available. You had to copy it. Absolutely incredible. Now, if I say to you Volvo in South Africa, every brand has got a competitor. Where do you see, if I may ask? So I spoke about BMW, I spoke about Mercedes, I spoke about Audi. The Germans compete with each other. Who does Volvo compete with in your eyes?
Yeah, we are a premium brand.
No question.
Yeah, our competitors, they are definitely the Germans. And not only South Africa as a global level, but here the Germans are very strong. So the 3 German brands for sure, also Jaguar, Land Rover, and Lexus, they are primary our competitors.
But I've always seen Volvo as definitely on the same level and possibly even more niche. Now, electric, worldwide, there's this debate. Are we going electric? Are we not going electric? I think it's fair to say Volvo has taken the trajectory. EV is the future.
Yes, we are fully committed to electrification. When you see also the numbers, and it's important to say the EVs are very important, but also we have the plug-in hybrids, what we call the recharge cars, essentially the cars that you can plug in the
that is where I see the most incredible future. Yeah, the perfect balance.
Yes, exactly. It's a perfect technology, especially for those who are not willing to take the electrics yet, because it's afraid of something. The plug-in hybrids are perfect. So when we look at our global numbers for 2024, almost half of the cars sold were electrified. That means plug-in hybrids or a pure electric. Pure electric only was 23%, which is very impressive as well to have almost a quarter of the volume globally by EVs, right? So yeah, definitely electrification, we are committed to that. The next launches that we're going to bring, they're all fully electric. So it's a path that for us, it's the right way to go.
Looking for a vehicle warranty? Look no further. CHANGECARS has partnered with VAPS SA, proudly powered by King Price Insurance. CHANGECARS, the brand the public trusts with good reason.
Now, in South Africa, we know there's been an incredible influx of brands from China, and we welcome that. I've openly said I'm not the hugest fan, but I'm not anti them. I am very pro-Volvo. Now, in South Africa, Volvo realizes you're never going to be a mass seller. You don't have the mass market products. But now, 5 years from now, where is Volvo looking to position itself in South Africa under your marketing skills.
Yeah, hopefully I can help to reach our targets. But when we look at the whole market and the whole volume that we have, we are very behind still the Germans. So we have a big gap still to close.
Is this in South Africa, internationally? Would you say specifically in South Africa?
Specifically in South Africa. Yeah, in some other markets around the world as well, there is a job to be done. But specifically in South Africa, there is a gap that we need to close when it comes to total volume, right? What I think it's interesting here is that we are very well positioned when it comes to EVs. We were the leaders in 2024. EX30 was the leader by far in terms of EV sales in the country.
But I've got to talk about that EX30. It looks good. When a car looks that good, it's just like you have me at hello.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it is a very nice car. And what I like about Volvo, of course,
you biased.
Yeah, of course. I work for Volvo, so maybe my opinion doesn't count so much. But I think what I like when you look at Volvo products and you look at the lineup, every single car has their own identity. So the EX30 is different from the XC40. That is different from the XC60, different from the EX90. Maybe they share some technologies here and there, of course.
But they are
it's
unique.
Normal, but they are unique. And what I like about the EX30 is when you see in the roads, it's different from everything.
Stands out.
It stands out in terms of design, stands out in terms of technology. And also when it comes to safety, it's amazing the type of technology that we have in the X30. It's the same technology that we have in the bigger cars and more expensive cars. So I think this all combined and the fact of being an EV with a great performance as well, the twin engine is amazing. 0 to 100 in 3.6 seconds. I mean,
if you suffer from whiplash, we're going to recommend other products.
Exactly. But I think the combination of the design of the car, the specification that we have, the technology brings a fantastic package at that price point, and that's why I think it's so successful.
So you've got the incredible products. Now, South Africa is a country of 9 provinces, but fundamentally, we've got 3 main provinces, the Western Cape, KZN, and Gauteng. That is where the market is, I believe, for somebody like yourself. Yeah. It is well known, and not negatively, positively. Volvo has realigned how many dealerships it's got in the country. Yeah. Could you share with us the strategy behind that?
Yeah, to be honest, I mean, and I will be very transparent here, especially for the audience. I mean, no one wants to close dealerships. No one wants to do that. But sometimes the business asks for some bold and hard decisions for the good in the long term. The strategic direction that we took with the dealer network today, it's part of this. We analyze the country, we analyze our volume today, we analyze also the profitability of our partners. That is very important. If you don't have profitable partners at the dealer network, they will not invest in the brand. By not investing in the brand, they will not invest in the best facility, in the best staff, in the best locations, in the best service. And we are a premium brand. We can't have bad service. So we need to have profitable partners. And the truth is, with our current volume, we didn't have enough volume and car park for the different dealers that we had. Right. So we needed to shrink. We needed to do this first movement in order to have less partners, but strong partners and more profitable financially. Because if you have them profitable, they will invest in the brand and have the service attention and the service level from both sales and service side that we want. So what I also can say to the audience, I mean, we had this strategy. It's a long-term strategy. At this first moment, we had to reduce the network, have stronger and better partners.
And what kind of numbers are we looking at, if I may ask? From what have we taken it to where are we today, just roughly?
Yeah. We used to have 19 points of sales in the country. We are currently now with 7. So it is a big reduction. But as I said, this is the first movement that we have done, reduced, concentrated in few partners, easy to coordinate and easy to put everybody in the same mentality. Then a second movement that will happen hopefully soon is that then we're going to evaluate where are the missing parts of the country.
And possibly grow again.
So the idea is not to stay like this forever, but this movement was necessary now to have a long-term a plan for our business as a whole.
So each of those 7 dealerships, you're going to get a premium experience. And let me use a real world analogy. It is well known how I love the Porsche brand. Porsche are seen today as a major player in the South African market, loyal following, incredible products. 4 dealerships, Johannesburg, Pretoria, Mpumalanga, and Cape Town. Mm-hmm. And I say this absolutely positively. That's why you said about transparency. Yep. It is what it is. You said we're down to seven top dealerships,
Yeah.
possibly looking to grow as we see the need. I'm going to ask you a question, and it's positive.
Yeah.
Volvo, are you here to stay in South Africa?
Yes, we are fully committed to the market. What we are doing at this point is a restructuring of the dealer network that is necessary for the business to grow and that is necessary for the long-term sustainability of our brand. I understand that maybe some customers are upset with us, which is very fair. But I ask those customers to have patience with us because we are doing what is best for the brand at a long term. So yes, we are here to stay. I also would like to say to the audience, don't believe in everything that you see in the news because sometimes it's not the truth.
Believe what you see on the podcast.
Believe in what you see from official sources. I am an official source from Volvo coming here to talk to you and in a full transparent way. So yes, we are here to stay. We are doing a restructuring at this moment, but it's for the better, it's for the good for the business in the future.
One of the things that excites everybody is new products and new launches. Yeah. Volvo have been very, very good with that. You take certain brands in South Africa, they've been relatively quiet. The established brands, Volvo is not like that. Internationally, there's a lot of new product. Yeah. What can we expect in South Africa?
Yeah, we just launched the new EX90, right? It's our big SUV, 7-seater EV.
Can I just mention that I haven't driven it yet?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're going to drive and you're going to love it because it's an amazing car. Soon, and at that launch, we also announced that soon we're going to have the EX30 Cross Country, which is a different version for already the EX30, which is already successful. But I think this car has a very, I would say, South African look. It's a very important car for us here. We're going to launch the refreshed versions of the XC60 and XC90 also in this year. And we have ES90 coming as well, which is a new electric product as well coming. So we have good products to launch still during 2025.
That is incredible.
Yeah.
So the purpose of today was to showcase an incredible brand. And when I say to you, Volvo is an incredible brand. We spoke about it being on the level of Audi, BMW, and Mercedes. And any vehicle that is on that level is truly standout. I stick by what I said. I think Volvo is niche on that level. It is very, very clear from a marketing point of view. There's an energy, there's a positivity. Mm-hmm. Getting back to Felipe, the individual.
Yeah.
Sport. Do you enjoy sport?
Of course.
I'm Brazilian.
Yeah, of course. And something that we share as Brazilian and South Africans. I mean, I love sports. I'm getting used to rugby. I still needs to understand a little bit more.
You don't play rugby in Brazil?
No, we don't have it. We don't have it. In Argentina, there is a close country to us. They are playing very well, actually.
Very, very good.
Yeah, but we don't. The big sports that we have is, of course, soccer. And then volleyball, basketball.
Has Brazil ever won the World Cup?
We have five.
Is it five?
Yeah, but the thing is, we are not in a very good shape. Let's hope that now with Carlo Ancelotti coming to the national squad, we can have a better World Cup next year.
But obviously, I've got 20 years on you. So again, I always talk about growing up in the 1980s. The 82 World Cup, Brazil was supposed to win. Yeah. The 86 World Cup, Brazil was supposed to win. The 90 World Cup, they were supposed to win. And then 94 you won it.
Yeah.
And I remember it was like a celebration, like almost a burden relieved. Yeah. But there's one sport that I think we share a love for, Formula One.
Formula One, exactly. Yeah, motorsports is very big in Brazil.
Is it still as big today as in the Fittipaldi, Piquet, Senna era?
I think we like to say that in Brazil we like winners, right? So right now we have a driver actually, Gabriel Bortoleto is running in Formula One, but he's not in the first position. So I think as overall the audience dropped a little bit, but we have some very, very big fans of motorsports. You just see the Formula One Grand Prix in São Paulo is always full.
Absolutely.
I mean, it's always a big party there, so definitely it's a big market in terms of motorsports.
But now do yourself a favor. Felipe Massa, the absolute legendary Formula One driver that retired in 2017. When you look at Felipe Massa, the warmth, the energy, I see so much of you in him. It's been incredible having you in studio. I wish the team, and I wish Volvo South Africa incredible success because you deserve it.
Thank you very much. And as I said, I mean, we are doing what is best for the future of the brand. We have a very beautiful brand, amazing products. EX30 is a huge success. We are bringing new products in, so it's a very good moment for Volvo actually in the country.
You can believe him and you can believe me. Visit changecars.co.za and see the incredible Volvo products. Hope you enjoyed and thank you for being here.
Thank you very much, Michael.
Looking for a vehicle warranty? Look no further. Change Cars has partnered with VAPS SA, proudly powered by King Price Insurance. Change Cars, the brand the public trusts with good reason. Keep it or change cars, the motoring podcast for you.